And now you're tuning in to the Women Unplugged podcast.
Hey loves, it's your girl Bougie Candy giving you all the juice and all the good tea.
Your girl Lavina J giving you everything you need, real news and real perspective.
Of course, it's your fly girl EB with a little bit of lifestyle and a lot of fashion.
And I'm IC1, here to open your mind and dive into your spiritual soul.
Yes, so let's get down to business, okay? Fly Girl EB, what you got going on for us today?
So, ladies, we gotta talk about supporting Black-owned businesses.
Of course.
Yes. So, in general, when small businesses grow, usually the communities grow as well, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, however, lack of support for Black-owned businesses is often what prevents the Black communities to grow.
Yeah.
Right.
And it seems as if supporting Black-owned businesses has become more of a trend than consistent, support.
Right.
And that's just crazy, So now, why do I say that? To sum up my read from Forbes.com, there was a peak in interest for Black-owned businesses, right? But it was only during the Black Lives Matter protests.
Wow, not surprised.
That's crazy.
Sad to say.
Now, however, since August, the interest in Black-owned businesses have decreased. Now, of course, the protests and the news coverage has decreased also. But what I got from it is supporting Black businesses seems to be surrounded by that trending topic of it could be political, social. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand. We need that support, you know? So some other reasons that may prevent Black-owned businesses from succeeding, it could be capital, lack of capital, let's say that. Mm-hmm. Cash flow, that's a major one. And resources, that is huge.
Yes.
So although those reasons are very important, right? The growth of business and returning customers, just overall support of the community has to be crucial for the longevity of that business.
Right.
So ladies, now, do you believe supporting Black-owned businesses have become more of a trend than a movement? What would you say, Lavina?
I do think it's a trend, and only because a movement requires a lot of people at once, and it's a place of momentum, right? Mm-hmm. So it takes a lot of people doing the same thing at the same time, and they're getting a different result. So they're pushing something forward. Mm-hmm. The reason why it's trending is because the same way with politics, everybody was really excited about voting, but come January, we probably won't have the same amount of people at the polls for the special election as we did for the presidential election. It's just not spoken about. And I think that a lot of times owners and entrepreneurs, CEOs of their own businesses, because they don't speak about it, they don't talk about it, and they don't know, due to resources, how to market correctly, it severely impacts the amount of money that they're able to make and the way that they're able to bless the community. Wow. Even grant programs, a lot of people don't know how much free money is out there to support specifically Black-owned businesses. And don't get me started about women. There's so much free money out there that, if you're uneducated, you miss it. So then it becomes trending. It's in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, I was just about to hint on the uneducated decisions, because so many people... It's a trend because so many people don't have the knowledge base of generational wealth to make the conscious decision as a Black person. Let me take the money that I'm making, whether it's $7.25 an hour or $725 a day, and invest in my own community. Go into the local stores. Yeah. That's one issue, but then a lot of the stores locally are not necessarily Black owned, right? Yeah. So that's one thing. So that forces a lot of Black owned businesses. I'm not going to say forces, but I feel like a lot of it has become more trendy, even with e-commerce or online businesses, right? Okay.
Accessibility, all that stuff.
And it's like, it's hard for me to see my product up front than it is for your typical larger multinational corporation that I can go in physically in store and see what I'm buying and see if it fits me or see if I like the quality or the texture, etc. So that's another thing that's going to affect it. And also on the educational side for the entrepreneurs, the marketing. We're not really having the resources or the same, like you said, capital or funding that the typical multinational corporation or larger corporation probably has their own marketing or PR, AR team already associated to that, or grant writing team that's applying for those resources, right? So it's a triple fold thing for me. I think we can just do better with just being more knowledgeable on that generational curse of not having the knowledge about wealth in the Black community, and making sure that, okay, like other races have been able to successfully do it, circling the money in our community on purposely a certain number of time will do way much more than I guess the little periodic strikes that we are able to do.
Get away from not thinking about needs-based businesses, because a lot of times, you know, somebody be like, oh, I want to start a business, but I want to start lashes, or I want to do hair.
Right.
Yeah.
And that market is so saturated. It's just like, you know, there are laundromats that we need. We need banks.
Okay,
Like we
We
need
need
grocery
all
stores?
of those things.
To both of your points, actually. Okay, so to Candy's point, yes, like we do need to have better marketing, but also like one of the main reasons that Chinese businesses and Thai businesses and white businesses are so successful in our neighborhoods is because they know how to market to us. And we
To us.
you know what I'm saying? They know how to
said
market
it.
to our people. And so like there needs to be like a level of consciousness that says, okay, in order for me to get money out of your pocket, I need to be able to market to you. Because at the end of the day, yes, we can cycle money in our community all day long, but where's most of the money? Not in our community right now. So we need to go outside of our community, and we need to be able to market to other people. We need to be open and willing. I know a lot of people that own Black businesses that love the fact that they can serve their community and help Black people. And yes, I'm all for it. Please serve our people, because we need it. We have people that are starving, and I mean, like all kinds of crazy stuff. You guys already know, you've been reading the news of what's been happening in 2020, and that's not new. That's not like new news. What's been happening this year, like, side note, sorry. But yeah, no, I think that's a big thing, is being able to, like the lashes businesses. Yeah, there's oversaturated in our market, but white ladies, excuse my language, want their lashes popping like
They
us.
do.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And if
They
you know
like
how to
the
market to them,
extensions.
I'm
Yeah.
saying they'll pay
But
twice as
what
much.
we're talking about education, and the thing about it is, it's the same way in the school system, right? We learn the way that it has been chosen for us to learn,
Yep.
a history that was created for us to learn it this way with certain biases.
Yes.
So it's the same way with businesses. But if you think about it, the way they know how to market to us, we know how to market to them. How do we know this? Because we code switch.
Right.
You go to work every single day. You have learned
Facts.
over time, because of how you've been trained,
You see
to
the
be able to
paperwork,
code switch and
all of
speak
it.
to somebody the way that you know that they want to be spoken to
Yes.
by changing up who you are.
And it's
And
sad,
because
but it's
of
true.
that,
It's so
we just got to
horrible.
flip the switch and stop thinking that it only works one way.
And I think for me, especially in a community about education, you see a lot of white families and the others, they give that education to their children.
Yeah.
They birth those businesses to those children. And it's like, that doesn't happen in the Black community. Why is it so like, it's just like, that support starts right in the community. It can start with your aunt. It can start with us. You
Friend.
know,
It could be just a
Your-
homie,
right? Your
period.
friend, and you know, and I think sometimes they don't just like to work with Black folks. And I have to say that.
I know, and I've heard that from Black people before, that
You
I
know,
don't like working with my own kind, and I hate hearing
but
that.
if you don't like to work with Black folks, educate those Black
Period.
folks.
Be
you know what I'm
be
saying?
stronger about that.
Right. You know, I just think that we got to do a better job. So, ladies,
100%.
what can we do to show more support for Black-owned businesses? What can we do?
Start one.
That's
Right.
And I'm
again.
saying
Say it
that
again.
so that what you just said, it's knowledge that's passed down. And a majority of these other racial groups who have been successful in corporate or in America or in other civilizations, they started their own and then passed it down and grew it to a certain point. Are we really grooming our kids to like how most of us were groomed to go to school, get a degree,
job.
go to get a job?
No, we're
Or
not.
are we grooming our children to, hey, you can come work for the family business, or you're going to start working for the family business at this age, and then you can go get a degree to do something in the business. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you're doing IT in the business, or maybe you're doing construction in the business, or maybe you're going to you're doing something to advance yourself in that business. Whether you stay in that business or not is completely up to you.
Right.
But isn't that still the equivalent to me passing down the knowledge?
Yes.
I'm teaching you how to do it. You're getting your hands wet. You're getting your hands dirty. You're getting the experience and the knowledge base. And now you're also getting the education to back it. That's what a lot of people are doing who are more successful that we are not. I can start a business all I want, but even then, So we have a negative mentality when it comes to keeping property or keeping the family business. We will sell out.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another. So it's like we are not educated to really understand how to build wealth.
Yes.
Until we really, really understand how wealth and the difference between wealth and assets and income and net worth and net worth.
Say it,
You know what I'm
Candy.
saying? It's you not gonna you have to break that down.
Always. And then I think on the like ground level, like is what you can do today. When you're out and you're hungry, people are like, oh my God, I want to eat something. Suggest Black businesses first.
Yes.
Yes.
There's like a whole website with a list of nothing but the Black businesses in Atlanta. And you can go and spend your money there when you're looking for something to put on your back, when you're looking for clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like there are Black business owners that are designers and everything in Atlanta.
Right.
Hairdressers, bakers, whatever.
Especially here. And here is probably a better place than anywhere.
Yes, I was just about to
Probably
Atlanta
the
is
best
kudos.
right for you to get the food
Give
that you
Atlanta
want,
is
the
kudos.
clothing, all of that. But you know, of course, the mother in me, every conversation starts in the home. Every single conversation starts in the home. If you are not bold enough to have those conversations with your children, with your spouse, with your significant other,
Facts.
whatever,
Yeah.
it's not going to leave the house, which means it's not going to be in your mind when you leave the house. And then you're going to retain any information anybody else gives you across the board and use that as law.
Still comes down to
Any information anybody else gives you across the board and use that as law.
Still comes down to education.
Yes,
for sure.
100%.
And watch it, Woman Unplugged also. That supports Black business.
Very much so.
And it's so crazy, like just like you said, right now, what you could do. You know, if you know someone that has a small business, support them. You know, you even if you can't afford, like I know sometimes people tripping about how much shirts or hoodies cost.
Right. I'm not trying
You
to pay
could
$20
donate.
for them
No,
earrings.
but you can donate. You know, if you can't afford the product, whatever, you can donate and not just ask for it for free. I think a lot of especially family members, me just being in that era, like family members expect things for free, and the thing is, you want to be in my business, support it.
Exactly. I'm about to say, in other ethnicities, it's the complete opposite. Your families and your friends are going to be the first ones to support.
Always. Well, yeah, in other ethnicities.
That's crazy.
And then also, if you have to like not spend money on somebody and you can't afford to donate something to somebody and they do work for you for free, like word of mouth goes a long way.
I was just about to say a share, a like, a
referral,
referral,
a like, a share, a referral.
follow.
Like,
Right.
look, I
99
can't give you any money, but like my homegirl needs her sink fixed. I know you just did a great job with my sink, so I'll tell her about you. We'll get you some money. You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Yes.
And that's the person I'll go to you repetitively. I'll fix anything in your house if you're telling me you're gonna get me more work. Period. For free. I got you. Keep sending me referrals all day long. Period.
So support is a verb.
Action.
Let's be more intentional about supporting Black-owned businesses, whether it's a social issue or it's a trending topic or not. Like, it is important that we support our communities to create a better future for generations to come, ladies. And that's the lifestyle for today.
Okay. I love it.